Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me here in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you would, please say hello to everybody.
Hi, Professor.
Oh, you seem a little bit, sleepy?
You good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I spent all night last night painting the individual grains on each one of the desks. Just wanted to make
grains?
them, nice and...
It looks exactly the same.
But
Yeah.
see, you know what? It's the fact that it's remained looking exactly the same for all the many decades I've been at this school that makes me feel good, Professor.
Nobody asked you to do this.
Decades.
Nobody tasked you with doing this.
But you tasked me with keeping the classroom up to shape, and so I will do what the Machokes will not.
They'll do everything. What are you talking about?
Paint each individual grain of the desk. All right, that's wonderful. Well, you know what? Just don't fall asleep in my classroom. All right, we got a lot of learning to do today. So
I'll do my best, Professor.
that big ol' yawn there really does not
Cut it
ease
out.
my worries, but whatever. Also joining us here in the classroom is, of course, our trainer in training, Corbin. If you would please say hello to everybody.
Hello. I'm ready to go. I'm wide awake, feel well rested. I'm the opposite of Curtis. I actually came prepared today, eager to learn.
You said that you prepared a lot, but all you've done is you have a notebook that says notes in it. I don't know if that's really that prepared, but
Okay, well, I mean, like, I got like a good breakfast. I got a good night's sleep.
okay,
I went for
okay.
a run this morning. Like that's
Oh.
I'm like mentally prepared, ready to go.
That is impressive. Okay,
yeah.
all right. You know what? Maybe you are prepared. Well, that's great, because today we're talking about a very, very interesting and exciting Pokemon, worthy of being talked about. Does anybody know who it is?
Give me a hint.
Let's see here. It's a psychic type.
Okay.
Okay.
We could say that it's a little bit nosy.
Oh,
I got it.
Nose pass.
It's Chimecho.
No, it's not Chimecho. It's also not Nosepass. Although, you know what? Good guess, I guess, with the hint that I gave you. Let's see here. We all dream of having this Pokemon.
Oh.
It's the pink one, the pink round one.
Gardevoir.
No, it's not Gardevoir. It's not the pink one. Actually, there's not a speckle of pink on this Pokemon.
Muna. That's the one I was looking for.
No, it's not Muna. It's not Mashana. No. We're learning about Drowzee.
Oh.
Well, that's Curtis. That's Mr. Curtis.
Well, that is, yes, Mr. Curtis at this moment is Drowzee, but he is not
drowsy.
capital D Drowzee.
But I am tapped in. I'm ready to go.
It doesn't feel like you are. Okay, was anybody seeing a Drowzee? Should I just do the whole rigmarole of throwing a Drowzee out so we can all look at it?
Yeah, I think you should, Mr. Curtis. It's important that you stay awake for this. This is part of the class. Okay, stay awake.
Please,
for the
Mr. Curtis,
release.
if you would.
I will.
Yes.
Don't worry. I most certainly will not.
I would be lying if I would say that I'm not a little bit worried.
Don't worry. I'm not gonna fall asleep on you, Professor.
He is literally in the act of falling asleep at this very moment. Okay, you know what? I don't care. Listen, Mr. Curtis has seen a Drowzee before, all right? He's been through this class before. This is more for you, Corbin, all right?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, here, this is what a Drowzee looks like.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's a little.
Okay. Mr. Curtis, I know you're asleep right now, but if you could snore just a little bit quieter, that would be excellent.
Dude, he is out. He faded
He
quickly.
really
I wish
is that.
I could go to bed that quick.
Well, instead,
I mean,
could you?
I guess
Could you, describe this Drowzee to me, Corbin?
I could. So it's it looks like it's yellow, but it looks like the bottom half of it was like dipped in chocolate. It's got like little like wavy. It looks like it's got like pants on.
Certainly
like, top of
chocolate
it's
dipped,
kind of wavy.
this Pokemon.
Chocolate dipped. It's a chocolate dipped Pokemon. And
Yes,
then it's
Professor.
yellow. It's got a weird little.
I thought you'd never ask.
He's clearly having
What is he dreaming about?
I guess he's having a good dream?
Oh, Professor.
Anyways, he's got the ears. He's got this weird like little like nose that kind of flops over. That I don't really like the look of it.
It's like a trunk.
Creepy.
Kind of.
It's a little trunk, and then he's got like his 3 little fingers, and he's sniffing.
Oh, what's he?
He's walking over to Mr. Curtis. What is he doing?
That's weird. Wow. You know, maybe it was a good thing. Maybe it was good, and just a good thing that Mr. Curtis fell asleep for this class.
No, what is it doing? It's like touching his head or something like that. Like, what is it doing? You know what's doing?
Professor,
Well, okay. Well,
Professor,
Drowzee is actually, and we'll learn about this in the Pokedex when we read the entries. They eat dreams, actually, which is interesting.
Is that gonna hurt?
It does normally do damage. Dream eating does normally do some amount of damage to whoever Drowzee uses.
Should we?
No.
Should we wake him up? Like, this could hurt him. Like, right?
It's fine. He can go see the Chansey nurse if he needs to. Let's just watch, see what happens.
All right. I'm trusting you, so let's see what. Okay.
Oh, jeez. Okay. It appears that the Drowzee is starting.
Oh, he just threw up on the floor.
Yeah, the Drowzee's not doing so. It's turning green too, and I don't think that's a shiny Drowzee.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is this an evolution? Is it? Why is that why it's turning green?
No.
What's going on?
Okay. So Drowzees, if they eat bad dreams, then it will get sick.
Oh.
So if you have a Drowzee out there, make sure you're letting it feast upon only the best of dreams. Clearly, whatever Mr. Curtis is dreaming about is enough to make Drowzee sick to its stomach.
You know, I would think that. I would be sick if I knew what Curtis was thinking.
Yeah,
about,
I mean,
too.
but the weird thing is that Mr. Curtis seems to be happy about it.
I mean, he's smiling. I mean, he's happy as a girl.
Oh, jeez. The Drowzee's going back for seconds. Hold on, Drowzee. No, come on, come back.
No,
to the
don't
Pokeball.
do it. No. Put it back in.
Okay, here we go.
There you go.
That's right. You told him, Professor.
Now, can you wake up, Mr.
Curtis, wake
please?
up. Wake 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 up.
Huh?
Slap him.
Wake up.
Slap him.
Wake up. Wake up.
Oh gosh.
Wake up.
What happened?
Keep slapping him.
Oh.
Curtis, you threw up on the floor in your sleep. You see that puddle right there?
Oh no! After I spent all night doing so much for this classroom, how could I just throw up on the floor like that?
I don't know. It was awful. Did you see it, Professor? He threw up on the floor.
No, I've seen Mr. Curtis's vomit before, and it is like way more neon green and acidic. Like it would be eating through the floor.
I have so many questions.
Well, you know
Why
what? Maybe,
have you seen him vomit?
Maybe some of your questions will be answered in these Pokedex entries.
Well, I more meant why you've seen Mr. Curtis throw up.
Maybe that will be answered in the Pokedex entry. You don't know. You don't know until you read it. So let me go ahead and read it. Okay. Starting off in the Kanto region, the first one here says, puts enemies to sleep, then eats their dreams. Occasionally gets sick from eating bad dreams. Believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
mean,
saw that firsthand.
Can believe that. Yep.
Yeah.
But wait. But I was having a great dream.
I mean, whatever your dream was, it was not to Drowzee's liking. We can just put it that way.
Well, you want to tell us about what happened, Mr. Curtis?
Honestly, I'd rather not hear. If it's enough to make a Drowzee sick to its stomach, I don't really want to know what's
You know
going
what?
on.
That's probably a good idea.
It's okay, Corbett. I'll tell you after class.
Okay.
It'll be an extra special treat when you come to my weekly library review session.
No, I don't go to those. I've never gone to those.
But you could.
Okay.
That's right.
The next entry here is, if you sleep by it all the time, it will sometimes show you dreams it has eaten in the past. I assume by vomiting them up.
What?
Look at this dream.
So you could see your dreams in the puddle of vomit.
Look at, I'm gonna vomit this dream directly into your brain.
Well, I'm just glad he didn't do that to me. I don't want anything else that, my dreams.
Why would anyone?
Who knows
want
what those people? Who knows what other people nasty dreams that Drowzee's been eating?
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm sure you're one to talk, Mr. Curtis, about the level of disgusting other people's dreams are.
Yeah.
The last one here from the Kanto region says, it puts its enemies to sleep and eats the victim's dreams. Said to have descended from the legendary beast Baku.
Baku.
Who?
Baku. What do you guys think
that
of
a Pokemon?
Baku? Have you ever heard of a Baku?
It's got to be a legendary Pokemon, right?
It's a fairy tale. It's not a real thing. So
okay.
anybody it's kind of, first of all, annoying that they even put this myth into a Pokedex entry where we're only supposed to have facts. But you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah, apparently it's a supernatural being that are said to devour nightmares.
Well, that sounds like a Drowzee to me.
It does sound like a Drowzee, so maybe it is. Maybe that's just what it is. Maybe it is. Maybe people saw it before and called it Bakus when really they were seeing Drowzees. I don't know.
Maybe just a big one, a giant Drowzee. And everyone was like, "That's a god right there."
That's a. Listen, I look upon the face of a Drowzee, and the first thing that comes to my mind is God.
Nah, yeah,
There
definitely,
it
for
is,
sure.
No.
and it's all of its splendor. This is you may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yep, that's a god.
Okay, so that does it for the Kanto entries. Let's move on to the Johto region. If you think that you had a good dream, but you can't remember it, a Drowzee has probably eaten it.
Well, that happens to me all the time.
Well, so is somebody eating your dreams or Drowzee eating your dreams doesn't really do that much, right? It's not that bad. Just forgetting it.
I guess so. I mean, but like it can certainly do damage with a dream eater, as we call it in the competitive circuit.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, so I mean, you're right. Maybe it can choose. Maybe it can choose to like really, really hurt somebody. Maybe if it like goes too deep. Maybe if it goes too deep into the dream, then it can like start to accidentally suck some of your brain out with it.
Ooh, that would not be cool.
Yeah.
No, that would hurt.
Okay. Next one says it remembers every dream it eats. It rarely eats the dreams of adults because children's are much tastier.
Ooh, ew.
That doesn't sit right with me.
Now, how do you know what a dream tastes like?
Well, we're not Drowzees, so I guess we don't. I don't really think we could ever know.
I mean,
Or wait, are you asking what I think a dream tastes like?
yeah.
I would guess cotton candy.
Okay, all right.
I mean, if it's a kid's dream, yeah.
Yeah, a adult's dream, maybe a cheddar chili dog.
Oh,
Beef jerky.
okay.
Some beef jerky.
So it goes
maybe.
from sweet to savory.
Sweet
I
to
like
savory,
that.
yeah, and just like a little bit spicy, like a little bit picante.
Yes, but you've also got the creaminess in there from the cheddar.
The cheddar,
So
yeah, it's like only the creamiest cheddar from the Unova region.
I really feel like that I'm more of a savory person, so I think I would prefer the dreams of an adult.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe. I could see that. Honestly, I would just feel bad about targeting children anyways.
Oh yeah, of course you wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, that's a little messed up. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you
guys,
can go
do you
ahead.
think,
You can take that to the bank. I'm fine with you quoting me on having said that.
what do you guys think infant dreams taste like?
Absolutely not.
Full diapers.
Okay.
Tears,
Ew.
salty tears.
Angel breath.
Okay, nope.
Dry poop.
Dry poop that I don't know, that your yamper left on the carpet that you didn't find for a couple days. Like you could smell it, and it's like I know there's a poop on. I know Yamper. I know you put a poop on the floor in here somewhere, and you couldn't find it for a couple days. Then you finally found it, and then you just took a big old bite of it, and that's what a infant's dream tastes like.
Absolutely disgusting.
So you're trying to imply that babies only dream of poop?
No, I don't think. I don't
No.
think the taste of a dream is directly related to what you're dreaming about.
Okay.
Right? I mean, like, I think it can be, like, kind of related. Like, obviously, if you have a bad dream, it tastes bad because it makes a Drowzee sick. But I don't think if you're dreaming about, a swampy lake, I don't think your dream is going to taste like a swampy lake.
Right. That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that we got that settled, let's read some more entries.
Okay. That makes sense now.
We're still in the Johto region, so we really got to pick it up.
Okay.
When it twitches its nose, it can tell where someone is sleeping and what that person is dreaming about. I don't like that. I'll be honest, I don't like that. There's a lot about Drowzee that kind of like sets off my alarm bells in my head.
Can it tell where anyone is sleeping? Like just anyone ever? Just hey, there's a guy in the Unova region asleep right now, dreaming about his going surfing with his skitty. I mean,
it has to have like a range, right?
Yeah.
Of like 100 feet, maybe a mile, maybe 1 mile.
okay, so anyone who's asleep within the mile.
I mean, that's not in the entry.
Wow, that's a lot.
It's not in the entry, so we don't I can't say that for certain. But I would assume that there is a range to it, and it can't just, when it twitches its nose, it can sense every sleeping individual on this planet. It seems a bit wild to me. And also can tell what that person is dreaming about. So by twitching its nose, it can tell what a person is dreaming about. And that makes me wonder, why does it ever eat bad dreams if it knows what they're dreaming about before it starts to eat them?
Good point.
That's a fair point.
Maybe it just wants to make sure that, like, you know, it doesn't get too fat. Like it's got to eat some of the healthy bad dreams at the same, you know, instead of just eating, you know, sugary sweet dreams.
It's a glutton for punishment, or a palate cleanser.
Power cleanse. Really clean out that system.
Yeah. Get some bad dreams in there. Kind of milk your system out.
Okay. That does it for the Johto region. Let's move on to the Hoenn region. If your nose becomes itchy while you are sleeping, it is a sure sign that one of these Pokemon is standing above your pillow and trying to eat your dream through your nostrils.
Ew.
That's not okay, Professor.
They added a lot of wording and terminology to it that just made it sound so bad. Like, it's not...
Mr. Curtis, did you feel a tickle in your nose?
I did feel a little bit of a tickle on my nose while I was sleeping. I didn't think about it.
All right.
I love that it's not just the Drowzee is, you know, standing beside your bed, you know, like right next to your bedside table or whatever, and eating your dream. It's climbed up onto the bed and is literally standing over your pillow.
Hate that. Hate every bit of it.
Puffing your dreams directly out of your nostrils.
Just ready to... Do you think he sucks it through his nose? His lungs?
Oh, you're thinking nose to nose contact is what you're thinking.
Nose to nose.
Nose to nose. Okay.
Suck an accident.
Snort them dreams right up with that big old nose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you get it into your blood system a lot quicker.
I mean, that makes sense, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty awful. Thank you, Birch. That was some great entries. The next one says a descendant of the legendary animal Baku. I guess legendary animal must be some kind of term for some supernatural beings that, you know, that predate Pokemon, maybe? I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
Which is said to eat dreams. It is skilled at hypnotism.
Ooh.
AKA, it puts people to sleep.
Right.
All right. That does it for the Hoenn region. Let's move on to the Sinnoh region. It can tell what people are dreaming by sniffing with its big nose. It loves fun dreams.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, who doesn't?
Did I have a dream for it?
You definitely did not have a dream for it.
Well, I mean, I guess beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
So hold on. It can tell what dreams are being dreamt through its nose, but it doesn't eat the dreams through its nose. It just eats them like through its mouth. How's that work?
Good. You know, I'm not sure that it ever actually says how it does consume the dreams.
Okay.
I mean, we know that it eats the dreams through... It says through your nostrils, so it's sucking the dream through your nostrils. But, you know, I don't know if it's sucking it through with its nose. I mean, I don't know if it's like, you know, just cupping your nose in its mouth.
Oh.
Or if it, you know, like coaxes the dream energy out through your nose, and then it forms like a cloud of some kind, and then it sucks that up.
Right.
I like to think that it operates a lot like a Spinarak does, and injects a dream ectoplasm into your brain that liquefies the dream and then slurps it back out through its nose.
Oh,
so good. Yeah.
Okay, so it converts the dream into some kind of tangible form.
Right, some slurpy goodness.
So I mean, with that logic, though, you know, we could have a Drowzee do that, and then we could intercept it, and then we could taste the dream ourselves.
Maybe, yeah, sure.
Oh, that might be a weird market.
If to distill some Drowzee dream vision,
combi honey, right? Instead, it's Drowzee honey, and it's made from your dreams.
You can always call it Drowzee cream, you know.
Are we still trying to think of t-shirts to promote the Saffron City Learning Center? Because,
Yeah.
that Drowzee honey or what was the one you said, Corbin?
Drowzee cream.
Drowzee, yeah, that could certainly go onto a t-shirt.
I like Drowzee cream.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would buy Drowzee cream
Okay.
t-shirts for sure.
I'm sure they would. Okay, that does it for the Sinnoh region. As usual, the Unova region doesn't have anything new. Weak.
Sorry.
And neither does the Kalos region, so we can skip past that one and move right on to the Alola region. A Pokemon that nourishes itself by eating dreams. It is thought to share common ancestry with Munna and Musharna.
Ooh, okay.
We haven't talked about either of those yet.
Munna and Musharna.
Munna
Are
and
these Pokemon?
Musharna.
Mush.
Yes, okay,
mushy.
yes. These are Pokemon. These are not legendary animals.
What's an animal?
Again, I don't know. It's something that they use to describe a Baku. I don't know what an animal is, but they have in the previous entries, they said the descendant of the legendary animal Baku. So I assume it's a term for some kind
Must
of
be a
ancient...
like translation for Pokemon. Like that's why.
Maybe,
that's what I think
yeah, or
means.
maybe it's a mistake and they forgot to, write the word that they were actually thinking of in the entry.
Right, like autocorrect, but on the Pokedex.
Yeah, but and for a word that's completely made up and doesn't mean anything, like the word animal.
I mean, a lot of options here, a lot of possibilities.
Yes, Munna and Musharna, and we will certainly get to those Pokemon. It's only gonna take a couple more years, and then we'll get there. Talking about these Pokemon. But for now, let's keep talking about Drowzee.
But it'll be worth it.
Oh, it'll be so worth it. I'm sure they're very interesting Pokemon. It finds... This is the next entry, by the way. It finds really fun dreams tasty. When it makes friends with people, it may show them the most delicious dreams it's ever eaten.
Aw, that's kind of nice, right?
Hey, that's like me saying, like... Hey, Corbin, dude, I'm having so much fun with you. Here's what I had for breakfast. Look at look at my lunch from yesterday.
See, you say it like it's gross, but to them, it's like a sign of like respect.
I mean, I would have no problem regurgitating for Professor. I think that if you would let me, I would be happy to show you my.
No, don't. No. We don't need to see your bile.
Absolutely not.
No,
I mean,
no, thank you.
For Professor, I'd do it.
I know there's a lot of things
please.
that you would do for me, and I would ask you to not do most of them.
Yeah, please,
okay.
please.
Respectfully, of course.
Respect. Okay. All right. Okay.
As long as it's respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the next entry here says it can be spotted near recreational facilities, intending to eat the pleasant dreams of children who enjoyed themselves that day.
What?
How does students? How does that entry make you feel? Just as a base level, how does that make you feel?
Not enjoying that.
I don't know how I feel about Drowzees anymore. I don't like them. I don't think.
But
so wait, hold on. Read that again.
But so they're at the facility though. Like the kids aren't sleeping at that facility though.
So it follows them home, I suppose.
Intending to eat the. Okay.
Yeah, let me go ahead and read it again.
Read it
please.
It can be spotted near recreational facilities, intending to eat the pleasant dreams of children who enjoyed themselves there that day.
Okay, so it hangs out. Let's say water park, right? Hangs out at the water park.
Water park.
Hangs out at...
I'm saying water park. Water park.
That's right. Thank you, Professor.
All right, stop.
It hangs out at the water park, and it finds a family that was there all day long, having a great time, and it follows
which
them
of course,
home,
100% translates to dreams.
Right. About said water park. And then
nothing else.
So it follows that family home and waits until they fall asleep so they could eat the dreams. It hopes they dream about the water park. They had a good time.
Yeah, specifically the children of the family's dreams.
I mean, I fail to see anything wrong with this.
I mean, who doesn't want a savory, little spicy adult dream every once in a while?
I can't wait to eat dreams about paying bills and, doing chores and stuff.
Doing taxes.
Doing
tasty.
taxes.
About that.
Making
gross.
sure your car's registration is up to date. Delicious.
Ooh, spicy.
Savory.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
All right, there's one more entry here from the Alola region. It says, it puts its prey, to sleep and devours their dreams. It seems that bad dreams taste sour, so Drowzee doesn't particularly like eating them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, we've established that.
Yep, bad dreams taste sour, it doesn't like them, and it also makes them vom real bad. Alright, there are 0 entries from the Galar region, nothing from the Hisui region or the Lentil region, so we can put to bed the regional Pokedex entries and move on to the unique Pokedex entries.
Okay.
Okay.
They both come to us from Ash's Pokedex. The first one says, Drowzee, said to be a descendant of the dream-eating tapir.
Tapir?
What? A who?
I don't know.
Is that a guy's
I've
name?
never heard of this Pokemon, Professor.
What's a tapir?
No, it's definitely a Pokemon's name. Some
tapir?
ancient version of Drowzee, I guess.
Oh, yeah, gotta be.
The entry goes on to say it was the first Pokemon to use a combination attack like Hypnosis and Dream Eater.
Oh, look at
The
that.
same time.
I don't think it's using it at the same time. I think it's like setting up like a 1-2 punch, like a wombo combo, if you will.
Oh, so you dream eat and then hypnosis the people.
No.
Like an alley-oop.
Strike that, reverse it. Hypnosis, then Dream Eat.
Hypnosis then dream eat.
Yes, it puts them to
Okay.
sleep and then it eats their dreams.
Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense. Not very many people can dream while they're awake.
Some can.
I'm dreaming every day.
What do you dream about, Corbin?
I daydream in this class all the time. It's the only way I'm able to get through it.
Okay, but what do you daydream about? I want to know. What goes on inside that little head of yours?
Having my own Pokemon.
Oh, really? Wow. And is that like when you're, a lot older than now and you're responsible enough to take care of the needs of
it
a
would be
Pokemon?
around this time. Nope, this age.
Got your license and
You have your and you've learned about every Pokemon that's
you
out there.
properly register.
I dream of getting my license in the next year and then going out and having adventures with a Pokemon of my choosing. I mean, that's what I dream about.
And hey, you're getting pretty close there, Corbin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like
almost-
95 weeks in.
You're getting, you're almost 1/8 of the way there.
What?
So that's not too bad. That's not too bad.
Well, slow and steady wins the race, I guess.
Okay. So there is one more entry here. Again, it comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says, Drowzee, the hypnotic Pokemon. It is said to feed on the dreams of its opponents. It is also known for its powerful psychic attack.
Ooh. Powerful.
All right. Cha.
How powerful is it?
Ooh, yeah. Psychic. Again, it's a psychic type Pokemon. I don't know if we covered that. It's a psychic type Pokemon. And therefore it does have access to the move Psychic. Which it's like, that's a pretty cool strong move, but I think I'd prefer to put them asleep and then eat their dream, I think is a thing that I would like to do.
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable.
Yeah, for to each their own. I think I would just hit him with a straight up psychic attack, but if I was a psychic type Pokemon, but you gotta do what's best for you. All right, so that does it for all of the entries. Does anybody have any last minute questions before we move on to the testing portion of the lesson?
You know what? I don't think I do today.
No, I think we're good. I
No?
like it.
You sure?
I'm ready.
Corbin, it looks like you have a question about Drowzee.
That's embarrassing to ask. Is it really chocolate dipped? Is there any explanation why it's brown at the bottom half?
Good. You know what? Very good question. The answer is no. No, it's not. It actually is not chocolate dipped.
It kind of looks that way though. I wouldn't discredit you.
But it didn't say it wasn't in the Pokedex entries, meaning it could possibly be chocolate dipped.
No, because that you think we saw Drowzee and that wasn't the first thing that we tested if that was chocolate on its belly?
Is it poop?
You know what? It could be poop. It could very well be poop.
That'd be so gross if Drowzees were just running around covered in their own soil. That'd be nasty.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's some kind of evolutionary thing. That,
I think maybe it's camouflage.
Yeah, they use
Maybe
their own poop for camouflage.
They hide in bowls of chocolate covered bananas.
You'll never see them coming.
That's how they get you. Because like, that's the best dreams ever. If you're eating a bowl of ice cream with chocolate-covered bananas in it, that Drowzee's going to want your dream. So it blends itself in by chocolate dipping itself. I rest my case.
Okay. All right. Enough questions. Enough wasting time, Corbin.
You asked me to ask a question.
Okay. No. I asked if you had any questions. You could have easily said no.
I did.
But you had that. Okay. You know what? All right. Again, you're wasting time again, Corbin.
Oh my god. Okay.
So we're not having a quiz today. I know we did a quiz last week, but we're not doing a quiz today. Instead, we are doing a debate. Does everybody remember how a debate works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I argue with Corbin.
Yes. And then you know, we don't say that anybody wins. We just kind of grade you based on your arguments, all right? It's not a thing that you're supposed to win. It's just you know, an exercise to help you, you know, lock into your brain what you've learned about Drowzee here today. Kind of just get your brain thinking.
Right.
All right, I'm going to quickly read the rubric so you guys remember, you know, what you're being graded on, okay? First, you must include information that we've learned in class.
Okay.
Second, you must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique abilities and attributes. 3, you must provide 2 different selling points in your pitch. And, oh wait, sorry, I was reading the wrong rubric. I was reading it for Pitch of Pokemon. We're not doing Pitch of Pokemon.
Haha.
Oops.
Whoopsie.
But luckily the rubrics for those two have their first 2 points are the same thing, so I don't have to read them all from the beginning. The third one is you must build an argument around proven facts about the topic Pokemon. Proven facts, don't make things up. And 4, you must respond to at least one of your opponent's arguments with a legitimate counter argument.
Okay.
All right. I like it.
Who would like to go first? Who would like to be the first person to make their opening statement?
You know what? I would.
Okay, Corbin would like to go first, so that means
All right.
I'm gonna let Mr. Curtis decide if he would like to defend the debate statement or if he would like to oppose it.
Gotta defend it,
Okay.
Curtis. Gotta defend it.
I just gotta pick ahead of time.
Yep, I'm not gonna tell you what it is until you.
I'm
pick.
gonna defend it.
You're gonna
I feel like
defend it.
I feel like being defensive goes better to me. More
Okay.
natural.
Yeah. Okay.
So the way this debate's going to go is that that Corbin is going to give his opening statement first. Then Mr. Curtis is going to give his opening statement and then also respond to Corbin's opening statement. Then
Okay.
Corbin is going to respond to Mr. Curtis's opening statement and Mr. Curtis's response. Then Corbin's going to give his closing statement, and then Mr. Curtis is going to give his closing statement. All right, I'll make sure you guys stay on track.
So Corbin Curtis.
No. Well, yes, true. Yes.
Yes,
That is correct. And you're not timed, but if you start to go on for too long, I will cut you off.
Okay.
All right.
What's our statement?
Here is the statement. This is a statement that Mr. Curtis is defending and Corbin is opposing.
Attacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drowzees are a good sleep aid.
So Curtis is defending that they are a good sleep aid.
And you are saying, no. They are, in fact, not a good sleep aid. So take your time. Come up with opening statement and some good points. Some counter arguments to maybe potentially counter your opponents, things that you might think that they will say. And then, we'll see where it goes from there. I'm looking forward to it. You guys are going to do great. All right, I am getting the thumbs up from Corbin, and I'm getting the fancy hand symbols and gestures that I guess mean okay from Mr. Curtis.
Okay, Professor, I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm
good.
ready.
Now I'm getting a verbal
We are
confirmation
ready.
too. Excellent, I love it.
That is this one right here. This means good, and this one means postpone for 2 minutes.
Okay.
And this one says
Okay,
this
all right,
one
we don't
right
care.
Here,
I've seen that
when I
one.
dip-
I've seen that one before.
when I dip
That's
my
a-
finger like that, that means I'm
That's a
hungry and I
Bunny
need,
shadow puppet. I've seen that one before.
and I need a snack break.
Okay.
That's what that
Well,
means.
no snack breaks because we're about to do a debate. All right. So I
Yeah.
believe we are going to start with Corbin. So please go ahead. Your stance is you are opposing the statement that Drowzees are good sleep aids. So please,
I am
whenever you're ready,
opposing
take
it.
it away.
Okay, let me start off by saying with my statement here, welcome. Good to be here. First of all, let me just say
Welcome.
this straight up. flat out, no cap, Drowzees are not good sleep aids. All right, I rest my case. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's more. Drowzees are not good sleep aids. By nature, Drowzees have the ability to put other previously eaten dreams into your dreams while you sleep. Now, that's a dangerous thing. You never know what type of thing. Like, let's say a Drowzee is starving and it absorbs, it eats some really, really terrible dreams that it got just to survive for nourishment or whatever. What happens if it puts some of those dark, twisted dreams into your head or the head of your kids? Because obviously we know Drowzees prefer children.
Not my kids.
What happens if it puts one of those twisted dreams into your little kid's brain? And guess what? That kid's going to have a messed up nightmare in its brain for the rest of its life. Okay? That's something to think about. And those nightmares cause bad sleep. And that can have everlasting effects if you have nightmares as a kid. I know. I have nightmares. I had nightmares when I was a kid. Still am a kid. But that's beside the point. I'm sure, Mr. Curtis, Professor Jacob, I'm sure you both have had nightmares when you were kids that you remember very, very well. So you don't want that. And a Drowzee can easily do that by projecting another person's previously eaten dreams into your head. Now, it also robs people of good dreams for its own desire. It thirsts and hungers after the tastiest of dreams, which is predominantly found in children. Now, what happens if a kid is having a nice dream with a Drowzee nearby? That child can now be robbed of happy dream memories that could inspire creativity. What if it wanted to write a song about a dream it had? What if that kid was encouraged by a dream to go talk to that girl at school or talk to that boy at school or whatever? Like, what happens if somebody was lucid dreaming and a Drowzee comes in? What if somebody uses lucid dreaming to practice boxing or fighting or a sport? Now they can't do that anymore because that Drowzee has taken that from them. So it robs people of their sleep and it robs people of their happy memories and it causes nightmares. There are a number of reasons why Drowzee is not a good sleep aid. I rest my case.
Okay, great, excellent. Thank you for that opening statement there, Corbin. Very, very well done. Now, Mr. Curtis, if you would please give us your opening statement, and will also be allowed to respond to Corbin's opening statement. Go ahead, please, whenever you're ready.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm writing down my notes for my counter argument.
Okay, this is cutting into your time.
This is cutting into your time, Mr. Curtis.
Okay. All right. So, why thank you, Corbin? And let me say thank you to our esteemed professor, Mr. Jacob, and my fellow students. Now, let me ask you, what does it mean to be a good sleep aid? Well, I'll tell you, it's something that helps you fall asleep. And if I could, bring your attention to no fewer than 5 of the Pokedex entries that our esteemed professor
much like me.
read to us, that state, and I quote, puts its enemies to sleep. What more could you ask of an aid but the ability to put you asleep? Now, Corbin says it could put bad dreams in your head.
Okay, so you're moving on from your opening statement now.
Yeah, that's my opening statement.
Okay.
What more could you ask of a sleep aid than the ability to put you to sleep? Which is boom, done, succinct. Now, to rebuttal my good friend Corbin here. Thank you, Corbin, once again. Thank you. Putting bad dreams in your head is an issue, but it is well known that Drowzees prefer to eat good dreams and would eat, retain, and potentially share the good dreams with the people that are near it. It's also not conducive for Drowzee to share you a nightmare because what do nightmares do? They wake you up. If you were fed a nightmare from the Drowzee, it could potentially wake you up, limiting the Drowzee's effect to eat more dreams from you, which the dreams that you were already having from the Drowzee were bad anyway, which is not something Drowzee wants to eat. So it's not a cycle that the Drowzee wants to perpetuate, is the bad dreams. Also, nowhere does it say that Drowzee stealing a dream would wake you up. You do bring up some good points, and I will acknowledge that you could potentially be limiting the victim's future capabilities by stealing their dreams and their imagination time. But that has their potential future ability to do something has nothing to circle back to the prompt of this debate, That is Drowzee a good sleep aid? That has nothing to do with Drowzee impacting this kid's future, okay? It's whether or not Drowzee helps you sleep. And, just because the Drowzee takes your dream doesn't mean it's going to wake you up. As some of the entries point out, if you wake up in the morning and you can't remember your dream, probably a Drowzee ate it. I rest my case.
Okay, all right. Excellent rebuttals there, Mr. Curtis. Now, Corbin, if you will, you can now use this time to respond to Mr. Curtis's statements and also make your closing statement. In that order, please.
Sure. Curtis, I will first start off by saying that, yeah, your second point there where you said that it doesn't really tie back to the prompt, I'll give you that. That was more of a bonus.
Very, very mature of you, Corbin. Very mature.
Yeah, but you're still a dummy poop head, and I'll tell you why. Listen. Okay, so you said your key argument that you circled back to from the Pokedex entries was that it puts its enemies to sleep. Are you an enemy of this Drowzee? Does it say anywhere that it puts its friends to sleep in the Pokedex entries? You said it puts its enemies to sleep. That was your whole defending argument, was that it puts its enemies to sleep. You should not be this thing's enemy, because then it's going to rob you of your dreams, and that's not going to be good, is it? Now, Drowzee, you say it shares good dreams instead. Why would it share the one thing that it likes the most? If I have a whole bunch of ice cream, I don't want to share it with anybody else. Drowzee absorbs bad dreams sometimes, and it gets sick if it does so. It's not going to let those sick dreams fester in its mind. You know what it's going to do? It's going to share those dreams with somebody else who's sleeping, so that person now has the sick dreams, and it can take that person's good dreams. It wants to purge, to filter out the bad dreams that make it sick. So I disagree with that statement that it's going to share its good dreams. It's not going to share its good dreams, especially with enemies, because it puts its enemies to sleep. It wants them to hurt, to suffer, it wants to eat its dreams, and then put bad dreams back into its brain. So no, Drowzee is not a good sleep aid for that reason. I rest my case.
Okay, was that also your closing statement?
I am closing the statement. No.
Okay. All right, excellent. All right, Mr. Curtis, you now have the floor to make your closing statement.
Okay. All right. Just to do a quick rebuttal there to the last little bit that Corbin had to say.
That's fine.
Enemy or friend doesn't matter either way. Does not impact its ability to be a sleep aid. It can be a sleep aid to its enemies. That has the question is it a good sleep aid? And to circle back around, it is a good sleep aid. And if this particular Drowzee chooses to put its enemies to sleep, it is still being a good sleep aid for its enemies. I rest my case there.
Okay.
Now,
stop saying you rest your case. We're not in court, okay?
Also, you said it's...
I object!
It's using also
denied.
It's also, you said it's wanting to purge the bad dreams that it remembers by giving it to its victims or the people that it's eating. And I would argue that it can't purge the bad dreams because, as it says in the Pokedex entries, Drowzee remembers all the dreams that it's eaten. So sharing bad dreams doesn't really matter to Drowzee. It still has to remember all the dreams it's eaten. It only is motivated to share the good dreams with its friends because why would it want to share? There's no benefit for it sharing dreams to anyone unless it's a friend and it wants to, improve that friend's sleep and perpetuate a good sleep cycle to build more dreams, providing more food for the Drowzee. All right. Anyway, closing statement. In addition to having the ability to put people to sleep,
you are very low on time. I just want to say you used a lot of your closing statement time as a rebuttal.
Okay.
If you run out, I'll automatically win.
Excuse me, Corbin, please. Drowzee also has the ability to share the dreams it has previously eaten. Furthermore, it has been known to share good dreams it has had in the past with the people it's near. Since having good dreams are a surefire way to stay asleep, the conclusion can be made that Drowzee can not only put people to sleep, but it can also help you stay asleep by feeding you good dreams. Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Excellent job to the both of you. Very, very well done. Very well done. Again, this is not I'm not here to tell you who won this debate. That you can form your own opinions. Who was right, who was wrong. I'm not here to say that. I'm just here to all right. Enough coughing. Enough enough cough saying things to make it sound like you're not actually saying something. We all know you're saying something. So a couple things here, just to go over the rubric with you guys both. First, the first 2 points, very, very well done. You guys both included a lot of information that we learned in class. Corbin bringing up the fact that it puts its enemies to sleep. Very good. Mr. Curtis also bringing up the fact that, it does put Pokemon to sleep. That is true. And the fact that it remembers all of its dreams. Very, very good. I will say, Corbin, you did get a little bit wild with the fact, kind of kept making wild accusations that Drowzee likes to purge itself of bad dreams. I mean, we do see that it gets sick when it eats bad dreams. There's nothing really saying that if it has a bad dream, it doesn't want to expel that bad dream. We don't even know if it can do that. So right. I might have to ding you there a little bit.
Fine,
especially because it says it remembers every dream it eats.
But hey. Otherwise, very, very good on all other fronts. You guys had great counter arguments, so very well done. I'm very proud of both of you.
Can I say something?
I'm proud of you.
Can Corbin. I say something?
I'm proud of you, Corbin. I mean, yes, go ahead.
I'm not gonna lie, no BS here. Curtis definitely won that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Wow! Have some faith in yourself, Corbin.
I will.
I think you made some good arguments.
I think I did too, but I rescind my arguments and I accept defeat when I feel it is in front of me.
Not gonna lie, Corbin, I gotta put a lot of respect on you there. It was a hard argument for you to counter.
It was. That's what I told Professor Jacob.
And you did good. You did good with what you had.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
I think there's plenty of points for each side.
Well, next time you can debate and I'll teach the class.
I don't know about that, Corbin. Excuse me.
I'm in charge now.
I mean, the whole fact that, Drowzee is a child predator is something that I think might off-put people when they're trying to fall asleep. Which might, affect their sleeping habits. And I will say this, to your main argument, Mr. Curtis, there's a lot more I can ask for from a sleep aid than simply just putting me to sleep. Having a good night's sleep is also very important. And then also being able to wake up the next morning. Very, very important in a sleep aid.
It's true, but there's but that was part of my closing statement.
True, but you also cannot confirm or deny that having a good dream makes you sleep better than having no dreams at all.
Well, I know it can make you sleep better than having a bad dream.
That is true. That is true.
So, I mean, Drowzee force feeding you good dreams to keep you asleep does. I think we go the right way.
Okay. Anyways, again, this is not part of the debate, and we need to end the class. So that does it for our lesson on Drowzee. Does anybody know who we're going to talk about next week?
Sleepy?
Oh,
man, you guys are both so funny. You're so funny.
Corbin read my mind.
No, we're learning about the evolved form of Drowzee. It's Hypno.
Ooh.
Yeah, so just like Drowzee, but
and then we're learning about its third evolution, Sis.
No, I get it. Like abracadabra and alakazam. Okay, but it's hypnosis. Very good. Very good. Hilarious joke. Do you like how I explained it so everybody can laugh at it more?
Yeah, it's funnier when you explain it.
Yeah, it really is. But anyways, until next time, if you need to get in contact with me, your professor, feel free to do so with my Gmail, or you may know it as Gengar Mail. It's wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gengar Mail account, that's perfectly fine. You can also find me on the Flying Pokemon themed social network site, Twitter, @WWOPokemon there as well. But that's going to do it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.